王になるのは俺だ。
Okay, people, you know it's your boy Pepper Roberts, and we're here again. Yeah, and we about to talk about my man, Mr. Dragon, Monkey D.Dragon. Yeah, my nigga gave Luffy's mom the Monkey D, and she was Dragon. Nah, whack? Okay, I ain't gonna. Alright, I'm stopped. Anyways, so we're here back again, and today we're gonna talk about Monkey D.Dragon's power, his devil fruit. You feel me? Dragon is a very, very mysterious character. No, there's a lot of information about him that people really don't know much about, but Oda has given us like small hints to his power and his personality. We don't know anything. We just have hints of stuff. So we don't know how to think about Dragon. We just have hints of stuff. Like, say for instance, some people might say Dragon is a deadbeat dad. We have hints of the reason why he's a deadbeat dad. Like, you could look at it from like common sense, brother. He's the most wanted man in the world, and he's going against the government. He's the most wanted. Think about it in real life. He's the most wanted man in the world, and he's going against his government. He's going against the world government. If he's going against the world government and he has a son, do you think that's good for him to be in his son's life? Like, bringing all that around his son's life? No. If you're the biggest drug lord in the world, and your corporation is anti-government, like you don't, because you know how it goes. But if you're anti-government and they're going against you, you don't feel they're gonna try to get to your family, to get to you? Of course. If you're the most wanted man, they're gonna use people to get to you. So there's a reason for that, and like that's what I mean by hints. So basically, the biggest hints we have so far about Dragon, or the most mysterious case we have about Dragon, is his devil fruit power. Now, basically, being that Dragon is the most wanted man in the world, and we can obviously see that his devil fruit is centered around weather, wind, stuff like that. Everybody automatically, the first time they saw they started to speculate about his power, everybody started saying Dragon's power was a wind Logia. Even me, I was looking at it like, of course Dragon has a wind Logia. It's evident. He's blowing wind to save Luffy, to free Buggy and everybody, and like destroy the cannons or whatever. But that's not the case with Dragon. There's another case if you look closely. So boom, we're gonna talk about his power today. So Dragon's devil fruit power can range from a couple of things. Now we're gonna give you our top 4 picks, and I'm not gonna explain all 4. I'm just gonna explain the one I believe he is possible of having. Now, firstly, Dragon can either have a wind Logia, as the whole community stated or thought, which is the obvious pick, which Oda always uses to trick the whole community or the whole fan base, is to give you something, let you think that's it, and then you run with it, then he just switches it on you. So boom, Wind Logia. Everybody thinks it's Wind Logia. Boom, that's the one pick. Now y'all can speculate of if you think it's Wind Logia below in the comments. I'm not gonna expand on this because I don't believe it is the power he has. Secondly, the next power people believe Dragon has is a weather Logia. Now people believe that he has a weather Logia or a weather fruit. Weather is Logia, whatever. So weather Logia, basically because when Dragon was with Luffy, they also speculate that his fruit is the cause of the rain that came and the lightning that came to stop Luffy's execution. I believe it is too, but this is it's the reason I believe it's true is because it adds to my real speculation, or my main speculation, of Dragon's fruit. Now, the other pick for Dragon's devil fruit is the tornado devil fruit, whether it is Logia or whether it is Paramecia. Now, boom, the last pick, before I say the last pick, if y'all believe it's any of these three fruits or y'all believe something else, comment down below, because we want to start a discussion about this and we want to get it off. Like, we want to see what people are talking about. So do that in the comment section, and then now I'm going to get into my theory. So my theory is Dragon has the storm devil fruit. Tell me I'm wrong. Now, the reason I'm saying Dragon has a storm devil fruit is I believe Oda is doing this thing where he wants y'all to think Dragon has a Logia devil fruit since he's the most wanted man in the world. But no, I think he's trying to pull a Luffy on us. If Luffy is gonna become the Pirate King with a devil fruit that is Paramecia, and not even all that high if you terms it in terms of caliber, because the reason Luffy's fruit is so good is because Luffy is a battle genius and he knows how to utilize his fruit. So there's a difference to Luffy than other people, because there's a lot of Logias out here. If they were using a fruit way better than how they use it, they would be much more powerful. People like Mr. 3 and others, because you can stick people in the candle all day. Like, they can't get out of that. So Luffy, the Dragon's devil fruit is a storm fruit, based off the context here. The first time we met Dragon, or Dragon was introduced in the story, as a matter of fact, the time when Dragon was not introduced to the story but he was on his way, we saw a storm behind Dragon, and we saw the weather changing frantically during those days. Dragon was coming, was there, left, and all that. We saw a difference in the weather constantly. Now you can say, oh, that's why he needs to be, that's why he has the weather devil fruit. No. Now the reason I believe Dragon has a devil fruit, before Dragon showed up, Nami said there is a storm coming. So she's basically saying, okay, it's normal now. Now you know Nami has that hockey for weather, so she could predict the weather from like way out, she could predict the weather because that's her hockey. She could predict the weather. You get me? So boom, Nami said there's a storm coming. Boom. Okay. Then it skips to the part where Dragon is coming, and you see all this rain, all this thunder coming towards the village, coming towards Lowtown. Now, boom, Dragon is there. The first lines out of Dragon's mouth is da Luffy take over in a storm. If that isn't a big hint of the man's power, that I don't know what is, brother. And then again, look at the facts. Dragon is now in Lowtown, because this is one episode before Buggy is about to execute Luffy. Now he is there now, because we can see obviously that he's here. So boom, Dragon is here now. Luffy's about to get executed. He fires a lightning, and Rain fires a lightning at Buggy and Luffy. I don't know if he knew. Now he probably knew about Luffy's fruit, because Dragon is obviously an intellect, obviously, and Garp said he went there to go see Luffy off. So at the end of the day, he knows about Luffy. He knows the stories. There's no way you're telling me he doesn't know that Luffy ate a devil fruit, and that's been since he was a kid. Somebody definitely told him, so he knows. So it's no coincidence. No coincidence that Dragon was there when Luffy was getting executed, then the lightning came down and stopped Buggy from doing that. That's Dragon's doing. Plus, obviously, the rain Dragon is doing. But obviously, when he was training with Sabo, you can see he could fly, or he could actually levitate his body, which goes back to the influence of Storm from the X-Men. Think about it. Storm has lightning, wind, the rain. She could just control the weather. So that's why I believe he has a storm fruit. Now again, every single time we see Dragon, there's something going on with the weather. Even the only time we probably saw him is when he was at Baltico a couple times. He was speaking to Ivankov, like the wind was regular or something, but he could see he's at a calm place, so obviously that could also be his doing. But every time we see Dragon, something is going on with the weather. Even back in the days of something is going on with the weather. That time he saved the guys, he just blew some wind from his arm. So now the reason I want to work with this storm fruit. Now think about it. If Dragon awakened his storm devil fruit. Now I don't think it's gonna be a Logia. I think that's why Oda is trying to trick us. It's definitely a Paramecia. And if he awakens it, he could be letting out fucking tornadoes, bro. Some thunder storms, thunderstorms, and hurricanes, bro. So at the end of the day, that's a very strong ass power if you look at it. Mad destructive power. Also, only few persons could go up against that. Cause lightning, if you use lightning at right enough pressure, that could actually cause damage to even Akainu. The rain could warm him down too, even though it's that might be inconsistent, because I think the Logias are limited with their power. So, but yeah, that's a very OD power. Now, that's what I think Dragon's fruit is. If you think it is something else, tell me your opinion in the comments below, and then we'll discuss it. Now, thank you. Subscribe, like, share, and look out for other videos to come.